Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Hockey on the Spot with Brandon Barenfeld. I'm Brandon Barenfeld. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 73 of Hockey on the Spot. I promise this video will not be as long as the last one. There were only 4 games last night, and not very many updates. So let's get right to it. Starting with a rumor revolving around the St. Louis Blues that they are reportedly trying to trade goaltender Brian Elliott. And that the Philadelphia Flyers could be interested. And I think he would be a good goalie for the Flyers to get. He's definitely a starter. He does not belong in a backup position. And after playing so well with St. Louis so many times, he definitely should be somewhere else. The Colorado Avalanche are the first team in NHL history to start a season with 5 straight wins while allowing 1 goal or less in all 5 games. That is a huge accomplishment indeed. A really, really huge accomplishment. Players placed on waivers yesterday: Jeff Halpern of the Phoenix Coyotes and Chris Mueller of the Dallas Stars. Jeff Halpern, of course, was just recently signed by the Coyotes to a 1-year, 2-way contract, so it's a little weird to see him go to waivers. The Carolina Hurricanes have activated Tuomo Ruutu off of IR. That is good news. They need him in the lineup. He's a hard-working player and a very valuable asset to their lineup. A very valuable asset to their lineup indeed. Yes. And last but not least, Nail Yakupov made some very harsh comments about being a healthy scratch in the last game, and now many people believe that he could possibly take an offer with the KHL. So I think that is a really interesting, real interesting thought right there. He wasn't happy about it, and he doesn't want to change the way he plays. So, first overall pick from the 2012 NHL draft. Has not proven, after a solid rookie year, has not proven his worth so far this year. So hopefully that will change, because I think he has potential. I really do. It would be a shame for a first overall pick to be this disappointing, and we haven't had that since Eric Johnson was selected in 2006. No offense to Eric Johnson. Okay, now let's get to the games, starting with the Phoenix Coyotes and the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina. Big win for the Phoenix Coyotes in Carolina by a final score of 5-3. Phoenix really dominated the game. For the Phoenix Coyotes, they got it started with a power play goal by Michael Bodker, assisted by Shane Doan and Derek Morris. That was Doan's first point of the year. Then after Carolina took a 2-1 lead, Rob Klinkhammer would get his first of the year and first of 2 goals in the game, assisted by Paul Bissonnette and Tim Kennedy. Then Lori Korpikoski would get his first of the year, assisted by Mike Ribeiro and David Moss, I should say. Then Carolina would tie the game, and then in the third, Phoenix put the game out of reach. Rob Klinkhammer's second of the game would be the game-winning goal 22 seconds into the third, assisted by Zbigniew Michalek and Mike Smith, the goaltender Mike Smith, getting an assist on the play, his first of the year. And then Shane Doan would get his first of the year on the power play, assisted by Radim Vrbata and David Schlemko. So Mike Smith was also very brilliant, 31 saves and 34 shots and 912 save percentage. So a game that he could be happy with. 6 shots on goal for the captain, Shane Doan, by the way. The most of any player, tied for the most of any player, along with Jeff Skinner of the Carolina Hurricanes. Eric Stahl of the Canes would have 5 shots. Speaking of the Canes, again, they had 3 goals in the game. Their first goal coming from Eric Stahl, their captain and star player, unassisted. Then Riley Nash would get his first goal of the year, assisted by Ryan Murphy and Jay Harrison. And then Jeff Skinner would get a power play goal, assisted by Nathan Gerbe. who remains hot. They got this for the Hurricanes. They got a bit of a split in goal. They did get a bit of a split in goal. Um, um, I believe it was Anton Khudobin that would start the game. He made 18 saves and 20 shots, a .900 save percentage. For some odd reason, he was pulled for Cam Ward, and Cam Ward only made 9 saves on 12 shots, a .750 save percentage, including the game winner. Which gave him the loss. It's very possible that Khudobin may have gotten hurt. Yes, he has gotten hurt. He left the game after taking an awkward spill. He came out to play a puck in the top of the left circle but fell to his knees. After making his way back to the crease, he signaled the bench for help and needed assistance to skate off the ice on one leg. So that is why Anton Khudobin left the ice, and that is actually a pretty big loss because he's clearly been the better of the two goaltenders. So Cam Ward comes in, only makes 9 saves on 12 shots, a .750 save percentage. So the bad night for Cam Ward, he gets the loss. Congrats to the Phoenix Coyotes. Next, we have the Los Angeles Kings and the Florida Panthers in Florida. Not a night to remember for Florida Panthers fans as the Los Angeles Kings got the shutout 3-0. For the Los Angeles Kings, their goals coming from Dan Carcillo, his first in a Los Angeles Kings sweater, assisted by Mike Richards and Jordan Nolan. Then Justin Williams would get up on the board, assisted by Anze Kopitar. And then Jordan Nolan would get his first goal of the season, assisted by Jarrett Stoll and Dan Carcillo, his first assist in a Kings uniform. Ben Scrivens would get his first start in a Los Angeles Kings sweater, wearing number 54, and he was very good, a 20-save shutout, including first star honors, his first win in a Kings sweater, the goaltender coming back in the Jonathan Bernier trade, along with forward Matt Fratton. So, big night indeed for him. For the Florida Panthers, Jacob Markstrom got the start and goal, making 26 saves and 29 shots and .897 save percentage. So he wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But he wasn't great. In fact, the Panthers team in general was not great. But the one who was the worst was Scott Gomez on the ice for all 3 goals against. So, big congrats to the Los Angeles Kings. Next, we have the New Jersey Devils and the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And yet another loss for the New Jersey Devils by a final score of 3-0, a shutout for the Winnipeg Jets. And it all started with Evander Kane, who had a 2-goal performance in the game. He scored in the second period his first goal, assisted by Mark Stewart and Brian Little. And then with a shade under a minute remaining, Evander Kane would get his second goal, an empty net goal, assisted by Olli Jokinen and Michael Frolik. That would put the game away. However, exactly 20 seconds later, the Jets decided to add insult to injury on a goal by the captain, Andrew Ladd, assisted by Michael Frolik and Jim Slater. Al Montoya would get the start in goal. That was his first start of the season, and he powered the Jets to a 24-save shutout. He was the best player on the ice by far for either team. Corey Schneider would get the starting goal for the Devils, and again, he was actually really good in the game. He was probably the Devils' best player, but not good enough to get the win. The team in front of him was awful. 32 saves and 34 shots, a .941 save percentage. New Jersey Devils really missing Ryan Carter right now. He is out with an injury. They really need him on that spectacular fourth line. And with the Devils losing again, falling 3-0 to the Jets, they have a 3-day break. They have a 3-day break now, and this would be the time to make a change. And a very good coach in Peter DeBoer could be in jeopardy. It would be a shame to see a good coach like Pete DeBoer lose his job after powering the Devils to the Stanley, after leading the charge on a run to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2012 that no one saw coming. But either way, congratulations to the Winnipeg Jets. And last but certainly not least, the game of the night last night, the game that everybody was waiting for. The Ottawa Senators and the Anaheim Ducks in Anaheim. But it wasn't just any ordinary night. The mighty, for one, it would not be the Anaheim Ducks. For one night, it would be the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. That's right, folks. Last night was retro night, throwback night, the return of the eggplant Mighty Duck jerseys that everybody loved and adored, and it was great to see those uniforms again. And it powered and motivated the Ducks not only to a 4-1 win, but a franchise night where they had a franchise high 56 shots on goal in the game. It would be the second straight night in which the Ottawa Senators would let up 50 or more shots in a game. They let up exactly 50 shots to the San Jose Sharks the previous night. Another significant note is that it was also the return to Anaheim for former Ducks forward and former line mate of Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry, Bobby Ryan. And the other significant note is that this is the very same team who Anaheim defeated in the Stanley Cup Finals of 2007 when they took home the cup in 5 games. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the box score of the game. For the Anaheim Ducks, again, a 4-1 victory. Corey Perry, without question, was the best player on the ice for either team. He had 2 goals in the game, including the opening goal just 27 seconds in, assisted by Patrick Maroon and Ryan Getzlaf. Patrick Maroon, his first point of the year. Then after that, Ryan Getzlaf would get up on the board, assisted by Hampus Lindholm and Teemu Selanne. Teemu Selanne, great for the crowd to see their franchise player get a point on this special night. But of other significant, but even more significant note for Hampus Lindholm, that is his first career NHL assist and first career NHL point. He would add another assist in the game on Corey Perry's second goal. On Corey Perry's second goal, Hampus Lindholm would get the only assist. So he was absolutely tremendous, so good that he was named the 3rd star of the game. Ryan Getzlaf was named the 2nd star, and Corey Perry was named the 1st star. And then for the 4th goal, right off the draw, Nick Bonino, after losing a face-off, would convert to score the Ducks' last goal of the game. So Nick Bonino would get the 4th goal unassisted. Jonas Hiller would be the man chosen to get the start in net for this special night over Victor Fast, and he too was very brilliant. 30 saves and 31 shots, a .968 save percentage. He was fantastic and remains undefeated. What's even more notable is that after losing 3 players against the New York Rangers to injury, they gained 3 players back, 2 of them, including 2 of them who were injured in the Ranger game. Nick Bonino and Matthew Perreault were both injured in the Ranger game, and they both came back. Kyle Palmieri would also come back. He got injured in the Winnipeg game. The only 2 forwards who would not return, and the only 2 forwards still on the shelf are Dustin Penner, who got hurt in the Ranger game, and Matt Bolesky, who was hurt in the Winnipeg game. He could be out for a little while. For the Ottawa Senators, they only had 1 goal in the game, and of all people, it was the former Duck, Bobby Ryan, who would get the goal, assisted by Kyle Turris and Joe Corvo. For Joe Corvo, that is his 3rd assist of the year, his 3rd assist in his 2nd stint as an Ottawa Senator. Um, and for the Ottawa Senators, they did get a split in goal. Craig Anderson would start the game, and he was just awful through the first 4 minutes and 6 seconds of the game. He faced 9 shots and only made 7 saves, a 778 save percentage. He was instantly pulled for Robin Leonard, who played the whole entire San Jose game, and he was better. 45 saves on 47 shots, a 957 save percentage. So despite the loss, Robin Leonard, brilliant once again, which has to get Sens thinking, is Leonard now going to be the starter in Ottawa with Anderson's inconsistent play so far? Despite the losses, he has been tremendous, making 45 saves or more in 2 straight games, on 2 straight nights no less. So that's got to get you thinking. So effective, but as far as the scoring summary goes, obviously the Ducks got their 4 goals, and then the one player who scored for the Senators is a former Duck, so effectively 5 Ducks got up on the board. So congratulations to the Mighty Ducks, to the Anaheim Mighty Ducks on Throwback Night. Hopefully we will see those eggplant jerseys again. It would be amazing to see those jerseys. And that is it for last night's action. Now we will take a look at this day in hockey history from October 14th. In 1949, David William Schultz, a.k.a. the Hammer, was born. That is the same day in 1949 that David William Schultz, a.k.a. the Hammer from Canada, was born. He is the owner of the NHL record for most penalty minutes in a single season. He had 472 penalty minutes in the 1974-75 season. Also, on October 14th, in 1967, that is the day where the Los Angeles Kings would play their first ever NHL game. They would win that game by a final score of 4-2 over the Philadelphia Flyers. And that is your historic moment for October 14th, and that is it for episode 73 of Hockey on the Spot. Thank you guys for joining me. This has been Hockey on the Spot with Brandon Barenfeld. I'm Brandon Barenfeld. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you, and have a great day.